what's up, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another makeup tutorial. I'm so excited for today's video because as you can see, I'm doing my first Halloween makeup look for this Halloween season, and it's so easy and also just so pretty and simple, and I absolutely love it. A look like this is so inexpensive to do. I actually used a flower bouquet that I already had that was kind of wilting. I didn't want to let these beautiful petals go to waste, so I decided to glue them to my face, of course. But this look is super fun because you could be, you know, a sunflower queen, which is probably what I'll title this video. You could be Mother Nature. You could be a gorgeous, you know, flower-loving, earthy, hippie girl, like, you know, whatever. But the overall look is super duper easy to do. And I love this look. It's fast, easy, and I hope you guys like it too. Just to let you guys know, this is a voiceover video. I wasn't planning on filming a tutorial today. It's Sunday, and I usually spend the weekends with my fiance, but it's football Sunday, football's back, and so he has no time for me anymore. So I thought I'd turn on my camera and just play around, and then hopefully if I liked the look, I could upload it for you guys, and I actually like it. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, just keep watching. Things first, I want to do my base. So I'm going to take my Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Pearl with my Sigma Beauty 3D HD blending sponge, which is in my brush set. If you guys have not checked that out yet, I will link it down below. I'm sorry I keep talking about it. I'm just unbelievably proud. So yeah, I'm just applying my foundation to my face all over. I go obviously all over the face, duh, SHAE. But also I like to take it on my eyelids and places like that to use as my shadow base. Next, we're going to use some concealer. This is the Flower Beauty Concealer. I love this concealer. I believe it's called the Illumination Concealer. I'll link the correct one down below. But I love to apply this all under my eyes. I have the shade Lights, and it just does a beautiful job. I love the coverage, but the liquid itself, the makeup itself, is really, really thin, so it doesn't feel too cakey. So I'll run that under my eyes, and then I also put it on the bridge of my nose or up my nose there just to prep for my highlight. And I don't know why, I just kind of like to add a little extra layer there, probably because I see all the Instagram hoes doing it. Just kidding, I'm a hoe, no one else is a hoe. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend that in with my same 3D HD blending sponge, as you do. Are you guys excited for Halloween? I'm so excited! And then we're going to set all that concealer with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I go all under the eyes, all around the eyes, I go down the nose, all my standard spots. And I am doing extra setting powder to bake, but also to prep for my eyeshadow application. Next, I want to do a little contouring. So I'm taking my Sigma Beauty Sculpting Palette. I'm taking the Cool Tone shade in the palette with my medium angled shading E40 brush from Sigma. And I use that on the sides of my nose to just thin it out. It's a brush I haven't really ever used before for my nose contour, but recently I'm really enjoying it because it's super slim, but fluffy too. And then going back into that Fake It shade in the Sigma Sculpting Palette, I'm taking my Sigma Soft Angled Contour F23 brush, which is also in my brush set. You guys know I could not exclude this brush. It gives the most beautiful contour. So I'm just working that into the hollows of my cheeks. I didn't do anything crazy or fancy with my contour, just pretty standard because I really wanted this to be somewhat of a glam Halloween makeup tutorial. And then I'm taking the warmer shade of the bronzer in the Sculpting Palette, and I use that on my hairline. As you guys know, the bronzer the forehead, the badder the bitch. That's just like my motto in life. Then jumping back into some translucent powder, I wanted to bake underneath my contour and carve that out a little bit more so it's more defined. Next, we're jumping into the Makeup Geek Cosmetics Pumpkin Spice Palette, and I was really excited to use this because it's the first time I've ever tried it. Marlene especially sent it to me to try, and I just felt extremely honored. So again, thank you to Makeup Geek Cosmetics. If you guys want to check it out, again, everything will be linked down below. After that nudie color, I went in with more of a mustardy yellow. We're just really trying to build up this whole sunflower vibe I have going on. So using really warm fall tones, that's why I thought this palette specifically would be absolutely perfect. And I am working that in my crease with my E35 brush from Sigma Beauty. Just blending, blending, blending. Next, with the Sigma E25 brush, which is also in my set, I jumped down to a more warm toned smoky brown, and I'm working that in the outer corners. This is really standard. Like, this is Halloween makeup that I love because it's like mostly glam. It's mostly what you do every day anyway, so it's not really hard or complicated. You just have to find your own special ways to make it fun and creative and different. I've been so inspired by florals, so that's why I decided to do this sunflower look today. Next, jumping into the ColourPop I Think I Love You palette, I wanted to pop this on my little highlights underneath my brow bone, just using a flat shader brush for that. I believe that brush is the Sigma E54 brush. Now, this part I am uber excited about. This is the Wet n Wild paint palette in the shade Bright. I jumped into the yellow with my E62 cut crease brush from Sigma, and I just placed that all over my lid as a shadow base. I wanted a really bright, fun yellow eyeshadow for this look, so I thought, perfect. I just picked these up at Walmart. This is the perfect time I can use them, and they were actually so fun. I really recommend you guys go pick these up. I do believe they're limited edition. They have all sorts of colors. After that, I jumped back into the ColourPop I Think I Love You palette, and I took that kind of yellowy, sparkly shade they have in their palette, and I just set that right on top of the NYX yellow base. Then I did the same thing on the other eye, and yada yada. You guys get the drill. But I think this look overall is just so beautiful. Just the shadow by itself I thought was really pleasing to the eye. It looks very fall, it looks very sunflower, it just looks happy. It's a happy makeup. After that, I just want to tightline my lid, so I'm taking one of my favorite eyeliners in the world. This is Urban Decay's Roach eyeliner, and I run that on my lower lash line and my waterline, and I did end up blending it out just a bit before applying the shadow. Then going into my Natasha Denona palette, I believe this is the Sunset palette, I took that bright yellow shadow and I just ran that underneath my lower lash line to kind of give us that smoky effect, but still using the yellow. And then I worked those same colors like the pumpkin and the chocolatey brown on my lower lash line, and I really blew that all out just in little sections like my top lid, so it's kind of that overall smoky effect. And I did blow this out quite far because I was just kind of going for a free-spirited, wild, free, fun, I said free twice, type of makeup look. So I really tried to blow that out very well on my lower lash line. After that, I took my Sigma Beauty liquid eyeliner pen, which I love, but it was drying out. I need a new one. I tried to do what I could with this specific liquid liner, and then I topped it off with a Wet n Wild liquid liner, and it was awful. I do not recommend it. Throughout this whole tutorial, it actually kind of ruined my look because it wasn't drying and it kept stamping like my upper lid area. Let me know if that's ever happened to you, but I was so annoyed. I then just applied a little bit of mascara, which I didn't show you guys because frankly it's boring, and I jumped back into the ColourPop I Think I Love You palette with my ever favorite E36 blending brush from Sigma, and I worked a bit of that black shadow into my crease and my outer corners. Then of course we need to pop on some eyelashes. These have been a favorite of mine lately, this brand. This is Bold Face Makeup. I will link the exact lash style down below. I really loved it. I just can't see it right now. Then for blush, I'm jumping into my Sigma Beauty blush palette and taking the shade Tiger Lily, which is a beautiful peachy coral, and it has a little sheen in it, which I really like. A really pretty like golden frost. So I just popped that on the cheeks. Next for highlighter, I wanted something peachy and glowy, kind of like the Tiger Lily blush. So I ended up using ColourPop Boujee Call highlighter, which is pink, it's peach, it's super glowy, it's super cute. And I just popped that right on the cheeks, a little down the nose, literally everywhere I normally apply highlight. I did try to use a little extra because I think I'm a little too tan for the highlighter right now. It kind of got semi-ashy on me, but normally I really love the color. I also took some on an eyeshadow brush and I added that to the inner corners of my eyes just to brighten that up and give it a little more glow. I think it looks super fun. Of course, we gotta set that. I'm using the ColourPop Cosmetics All-Star Spray. This is the fun part, you guys. This is the real, I was gonna say the real banger, but what does that even mean? This is just fun. So Sigma had sent me a bouquet of flowers which were so beautiful to celebrate my launch of my brush collection with Sigma. They were wilting, they were about to go, and I thought, you know what, let me get a good use out of these before they leave, other than looking beautiful. Now I do want to say, if you guys plan on using this for a Halloween look, you should probably use fake flowers. These stayed pretty decent for about 2 hours, and then they absolutely started wilting off of my face. So bear that in mind. But as you can see, it's very simple. I just plucked the petals, and then simply with lash glue, I started gluing them all around my face, which I just thought was so beautiful. I started with the gorgeous yellow sunflower petals first, and I just lined them all around my eyes. Now, I need to say, I know I did not create this look. This look has been done to death 1,000 times. Whether people draw flowers or use real petals or fake petals, I've seen every Instagram makeup artist do this look. It's on the runways a ton, it's in editorial looks, it's in magazines. This is very, very popular. So I absolutely am not taking credit for this. Once I was done with the yellow petals, I didn't think it was quite enough. I decided to add that beautiful orange flower. Let me know what kind of flower that is, because I honestly don't know, and it's gorgeous. I just decided to add these little pretty orange, red, kind of burgundy flower petals right on top of the yellow, and I think it made the look just pop. It made such a difference. It just kicked it up a notch. I really love the dimension of color, and I thought it was just beautiful. Once I was done with the petals, I decided that faux freckles are of course necessary. I took the NYX Cosmetics Strictly Vinyl Eyeliner in the shade Hazy. It's one of my favorite liquid liners in the world. It's kind of a red, I guess a rusty color would make sense. And I just splattered that all over my face. I just had a lot of fun and just kind of put it everywhere, even in between the petals. I did some along my eyebrow too, just because. There wasn't really a reason, I just decided to. Lastly, for lips, I used the Persona Cosmetics Holy Grail Matte Liquid Lipstick. It was my first time using one of their lip products, and it was to die for. This color is gorgeous. I will link it down below for you guys. It is a new favorite red of mine. And that was it for the look. As you guys can see, it's so super simple. All I did now was let down my hair. And that is it for my Sunflower Queen makeup tutorial, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. It was just something fun. I thought it'd be perfect for Halloween coming up because you really don't need a lot. You can just pick up a few flowers at the grocery store and make your own cute little earthy makeup vibe. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love you, and I will see you again soon. Bye.